am excited to talk with you today about a very timely topic. It's the beginning of the year, and a lot of us set down goals, or we decide we're going to have some new habits this year around health and fitness. And so this class is going to cover health and fitness apps, as well as, toward the end, what I consider the number one most underrated app, pre-installed app on your Apple device, which is the Health app. A lot of people don't even know it's there. You don't even know it was pre-installed, but boy, oh boy, it is action-packed with data for you. So I'm going to show you how to use that as well. Okay. Yes, Phyllis.
Of course, I have to ask, is that also on the Android?
The Health app is not, but I'm saving that to the end.
Okay.
But there is something that you can download from the Google Play Store called Medical ID on your Android device.
Okay.
Okay, and that will be comparable for about a half of the features that we're going to be talking about. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and cue this up. Here we go. You guys, it's really funny because my daughter and my son both have very different, there we go, very different ideas about the move. My daughter came and looked at almost every house. She looked at almost every house with me. That's how much she was involved in it. She was the first person, along with me, before we had my husband look at the house. She was the first person to go with me to look at it and qualify it. Okay, she's 14. She also got to pick her room, and she drew a floor plan to scale for my mom, who's an interior designer, to use. My son, on the other hand, has declined every invitation to look at the house. He said he doesn't really like change. He's 13. He said, "How is our food getting there?" That's what he wanted to know. How is the food getting there? How will the plates get there? Those are his primary concerns. So it's very, very different, two very different reactions to the move. How's the food going to get there? So it's very cute, but different. So on all of these apps that I've chosen for you today, I made sure that they're available on both platforms, so I would not be excluding anyone. I also made sure that they were easy to use. Anytime I try to use something, maybe it's a new fitness app or a new app, sometimes I download 2 or 3 of them at once. And then I test them out and I see which one is easiest to use and integrate in my mind with my life. And so I just typically go for the easiest one to use. So the first category we're going to jump into today is the fitness category. How many of you exercise regularly? Yep. Well, wonderful. Yeah. on a good day. Yeah. So you get some form of fitness. Well, good. These apps are specifically designed to help you get on top of your fitness goals. And they're all just a little bit different. So the first one I'm introducing today is Silver Sneakers. You've all heard of Silver Sneakers? It's been around for a long time, right? Yeah. Yep, that's right. Yeah, they've been teaching these Silver Sneakers classes for seniors at gyms for years and years and years. I would say, I don't know, first time I became aware of it was probably 15 years ago. So they had a Silver Sneakers class at my local gym. And so they do have an app now that you can download. And by the way, all the apps are free to use at first with limited services. But if you want to, you can buy the app and they're all at different price points, so I did not include the exact price for you. But what I did do was include a video so you can get a good idea of how you can integrate this app into your life. And as you're watching this, I want you to tell me if you spot the hot celebrity in this video, okay? The hot celebrity, here we go. I saw some of you looked like you you spotted the hot celebrity. Is that right? Who was it? Can you say it out loud?
Robert Redford.
That's right. That's right. He just popped up out of nowhere in that video. I didn't know he was a spokesperson or anything like that for Silver Sneakers. So here's why I like this. I like it because you can adjust exercises to your comfort level. And I think that's 100% necessary as you gain strength and you gain confidence in your new exercise routine. I like that there are new videos all the time that you can follow, and that you can also choose between 4 and 12-week programs. And that includes strength and walking and meditation. And, you know, in the past, prior to the pandemic, I was always doing group exercise. Anyone here a group exercise fan? Like being in a class? Yeah, it was typically the only thing I would want to do ever was a group exercise class. I just was motivated in that surrounding. And then maybe about 2 or 3 months before the pandemic, I started doing this workout app and in my local gym. And it was a new video every single day led by 3 different coaches. And I really started to like it so much so that when our gym closed down, I just started doing it at home. No big deal. And I've been continuing doing the same type of thing because it works in my schedule very well. I was a little upset at first that the gym was closed, but I got over it. I got myself some hand weights and some bands. And now I'm just going to continue doing that same thing because it works. Anyone else had to take measures into their own hands and get some hand weights or something like that in your home? Yeah. Yep. Yep. You just got to continue staying fit. Okay. The next one that I'm bringing to you today is called Mighty Health. And Mighty Health is a personal health coach that helps you stay motivated towards low impact exercises. Yes, low impact exercises. And there's also a cardiologist designed nutrition plan, reminders for preventative checkups, and everything is for people over the age of 50, which includes me. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you and cue this one up. Go right ahead. Okay, so here's why I really like this, and this is why it stands out to me over some of the other ones, is that these exercises are low impact on your joints. So you can continue to exercise and continue to stay fit, even while you may be recovering or not going at it so hard. The next one is called Glow Yoga. Does anyone here do yoga or Pilates regularly? Yep, it's so good for you, all the stretching and the low impact. And so this app in itself has a huge spectrum of programs to help you guide you on your journey. You can select yoga, meditation, Pilates, and it's truly available to you at any level. And one thing I noticed that really stood out to me here was that you can do this on your TV, which is great because then you can have a much bigger screen, right? And so yoga tends to be a perfect way to stay in shape, offering numerous benefits such as strengthened bones, improved balance, and better sleeping habits, even pain relief. The instructors here will guide you through a series of gentle yoga flows, and they're all specifically designed for seniors. So here's something I really like about it. When I was looking through the variety of classes, and there were a lot of them, one thing I noticed was that there's certain modification classes you can do for osteoporosis, or even chair Pilates, or joint rejuvenation and longevity. And I think it's so necessary to have those modifications. I know for myself, I have a shoulder injury. And so I never do weighted, I never do body weight exercises like a plank, for instance, or a push up, because it will aggravate my injury. So I always work around that with various modifications. Do I have any walkers here? People who get out every day and take a long walk? Yeah, Phyllis, you do? Yep. So, yeah, right, Rose. So you don't need to do high intensity workouts in order to stay in shape, really. All you need to do is get outside and walk. And Map My Walk allows you to track your walks and progress, as well as find some new fun routes to take. You'll also get some motivational feedback that helps you reach your personal goals. And I had another student yesterday say she loves using this app because it tells her in her headphones every mile, congratulations, you made it to 1 mile, so that she doesn't have to be looking down at her phone to see how far she has walked. So another thing that's really unique about this app is that it syncs up with your Under Armour shoes. The Under Armour shoes have a certain technology built into them, so you can track your pace, your stride length, and your cadence, and get some personal coaching tips along the way. One thing that I really like about this is the overview of the routes that you can take. So I know I get stuck in my same route or routine often, and like especially if I'm going to visit somewhere like my folks' house, I might just walk the same route every time and not vary it up. But I like the idea that I can put in the distance as well as my location, and then the app will show me a couple of different ways that I could take the same walk. So and have an overview, and this helps me feel much more comfortable walking outside. Does anyone else here use a walking app at all? No? Phyllis? No? No, okay. Yeah, so that one's called Map My Walk. Now we're going to move into a different category of your health and fitness, which is the health category. The first one here is called Shop Well. And I know firsthand following a restricted diet can be challenging. You know how sometimes you see the doctor and then they say, okay, you got to cut out all sodium, or no more sugar for you, Missy. So it's hard to find alternatives for some of your favorite foods. we've had gluten-free in our home, dairy-free, and it's really hard to find some good alternatives. So ShopWell will help you set up a profile and then make any lists that you can take to the store. So it just will help you overall find the right thing. Let me show this to you.
Here you are again, about to lose sanity trying to find a product that meets your health goals. Thankfully, there's Shopwell. Just scan any product and see how it matches with your needs, goals, and lifestyle. Avoid products that trigger allergies and discover new ones that are a better match for you. Create and share lists for your favorite finds. Your friends will thank you. Whether you want to avoid gluten or find products to fuel your workouts, with Shopwell, making the right food choices is easy. Know your food. Shopwell.
Okay, so there are people who have who rave about this app. I wish I would have seen this years ago myself for the variety of food allergies we have in our house. It's not much, but it's hard sometimes. And people will say that this app is like a lifesaver because it's so hard to find healthy alternatives to things that you love. So, and if you're shopping for someone else, this is greatly appreciated. Next up is an app called MetaSafe. And for older adults who may take multiple medications at different times of the day, forgetting to take your prescriptions and get refills can be a significant problem. In fact, about 50% of prescriptions filled are not taken by as directed by a doctor or a pharmacist. And I know firsthand how challenging that can be just to remember what to take when, and if you need to eat before it, right? So with MetaSafe, this allows you to manage your medications and get reminders, and it will allow you to time your prescriptions and also give you a graphic visual of the pill that you should be taking along with any harmful interactions. So this is great, especially, you may have a well-meaning son or daughter who's helping you manage your medication. So it would tell them as well if you had missed anything or what you needed to reorder.
Jot, wind, scribble, stick, mark, tie. There are countless ways to remind yourself of what needs to get done. But when it comes to your family's health, you deserve peace of mind. With MetaSafe, you and your loved ones will stay on top of your medications with one easy-to-use app. This award-winning app is far more than just a pill organizer. MetaSafe can organize medications for your entire family, the furry ones too. It simplifies even the most complex schedule and makes it impossible to forget. If your med friend skips a dose, you'll be notified, so you can give them a nudge or a few words of encouragement. With all your meds in one place and progress reports just a tap away, you can easily share with your doctor how you're doing with treatment. Plus, MetaSafe offers personalized health information and resources based on your medication and circumstances. Your health in your hands. Download MetaSafe today.
Okay, and people have also raved about this just being really helpful in remembering your medications. And there are also some other things you can do if it's a challenge for you. There are some pill dispensers that you can program as well. Now let's talk about another category, and this one is meditation. And the past year and a half have been so stressful for so many of us. And this is something I started doing probably 5 or 6 months ago, doing a meditation in the morning and then one at night before I go to bed. And having some tools at your hands or at your fingers is really helpful in terms of just managing your stress. A lot of people also make New Year's resolutions that they're going to be more mindful, or they're going to meditate so that they can lower your blood pressure and just be more calm overall. I've really enjoyed it myself and have found that it's just helped me keep my head together, especially with all these moving changes going on. Hold on one second. Okay. My dad's calling me. He's probably locked out of the gate or something here. He was gonna come over and help pack some things. So hopefully he'll figure it out. I'll just text him and let him know that I'm teaching right now. God, would you guys be okay if I just go open the door, let him in? Yeah, okay.
Of course.
Okay, thanks. I'll be right back. I'll be right there. Okay. All right. Excuse me, and I'm going to just stop my video and
Chance to get another cup of coffee.
okay, I am back. Hopefully everything will work out. We're so thankful. I'm so very thankful because Steve and I both have a lot of family here, and it takes a village to do all of these things, doesn't it? It really does. So my dad's going to come over today and help break down some things, take drapes off, that type of thing. So, all right. Did you get another cup of coffee? I heard you say that, Nancy. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Good, good. Okay, so the first one here is called Headspace. And you know what? I'm going to put my headphones in the event they come in. That way I can keep all the sounds here. That is a good idea. Hold on one second. Okay, good, good. Hear me in my headset? Good. You guys can hear me in my headset? Okay, good, good.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is called Headspace. Has anyone heard of this one before for meditation? Yeah, Phyllis, you have, and you too, Vic. Yeah, yeah, so this is probably the pioneer app in the mindful meditation niche, and people really like it because the app is very user-friendly and it's easy for beginners to benefit from the guidance that the app will give you. So it's great for sleep, which we're going to talk about more in another category, and it tracks your usage. So if you're working up to a goal, maybe you'll start with 5 minutes and then work up from there. Another one is called Calm, and so this is sort of the second up runner to Headspace for meditation. This one allows you to set weekly goals, It's got a whole bunch of nature sounds and allows you to name your session. So if you find that you find just the right thing that helps you fall asleep at night, you can name that your sleep session. The insight timer, people love this one because it's so practical to growing a meditation practice. The reason people love this one is because if you set a timer for yourself for say 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, the app offers a little timer to just like a intermittent bells or some ambient noise. And so you'll hear it and then you'll know without having to open your eyes or having to look at your device, oh, okay, it's been 5 minutes. And that helps people go from one time frame to another and extend their meditation. Plus, if you are really someone who works well with accountability and having community, this app allows you to see that there are other people who are also meditating and other people you can connect with and share different meditation sequences with if you like to. So the next one is called Relax Melodies. And hold on one. Okay. All right. Okay, good. So yeah, Vic, I would love to know more about how you're using Headspace. How do you like using it? Hey, good to see you. Yeah, just go. There you go, Vic.
Yes, my wife
How do you?
does
Yeah.
professional level headspace. We do every morning for about 30 minutes. And you can do it also on your computer. We do it only by sound. And the man who has a wonderful voice in guiding the relaxation and the meditation is a former Buddhist monk. And he's really increased what you can do with it an awful lot.
Yeah, usually when you're doing a guided one, you will find that there are certain voices that help you a lot and help you get into the mindset and help you feel more relaxed. So definitely find one with a voice that's relaxing for you. Mm-hmm. Great. I'm so glad to hear that. So we talked about the insight timer. This one's great, especially if you're having a hard time making it to 5 minutes and then on. And then with this other one, it's called Relax Melodies. There are over 200 sounds that you can combine as well as a timer. So if you really like the sound of the wind with the rain, you can combine those two sounds together in this app and you will not get bored because there's so many different combinations that you can use. Now I'm going to talk about the sleep category, and it can be really hard to relax. And so some of these apps will guide you with relaxing stories. In fact, Headspace, which we talked about just a little while ago, and the one that Vic uses, they have a free version of sleep casts, which are 45 to 55 minute long audio experiences. They're kind of like adult bedtime stories. And they will help you visualize calming experiences like a slow moving train. And yeah, people just love them because they're also voiced by different celebrities and they are wonderful to fall asleep to. Another one is super simple. It's called Noisely, and it lets you choose from a bunch of different sounds like thunder, wind, and white noise.
And you can create a combination of sounds that you can save for future use. Okay, so the next one up is called Slumber. And Slumber offers a combination of experiences that will help you fall asleep. So whether it's meditation focused or a 6-part bedtime story or the sound of a warm jacuzzi, you can choose what type of background noise you want. And there are new sleep stories that are added each week. And similarly with Calm's app is, like I said earlier, very easy to use, and they have a sleep stories section with bedtime stories, and they're read aloud by people with soothing voices. Only a few of the stories are included for free, but you can still try it out and see if you like it. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the health app, and hold on one second. Okay, so the health app, like I said earlier, happens to be what I think is the most underrated pre-installed app on your Apple device. And here's why. There's a good chance you probably don't even know it's there. Okay, you've got it there, Jerry? Yeah, good. You too, Rose, good. Vic, have you seen it before, the health app? Yeah, all right. Good, and good. I'm so glad to hear that. So you know how our devices, they just come bundled with all of these apps. This is one of those that's on there. And once you start entering your data, because you do have to set it up in order for it to be accurate, you can begin to track your walking steadiness. You can track your heart rate. You could track your activity. So yeah, those other health and fitness apps, they're wonderful, but this one happens to be with you all the time and tracking your activity and your sleep, and also keeping track of your health records if you want it to, as well as your labs. So it collects data from your iPhone, and as well as the built-in sensors on your Apple Watch, and can truly be a lifesaver for you. In fact, one of my clients, I don't know if I shared this with you last week or not, but one of my clients, her husband happened to be wearing his Apple Watch and he fell. She wasn't with him, and they live in a community like yours here. And what will happen when you do fall is you'll get a little tap on your wrist, and it will say, "It looks like you've fallen. Are you okay?" If you don't respond to it within 6 seconds, it automatically calls emergency services. And emergency services, the paramedics came to her door before she even knew something, that her husband had fallen. So it literally saved his life. So let's talk about some of these different categories that are available to you on your phone. All right, so these are just screenshots of some different categories. The first one is your sleep data. I know it's such an indicator of our overall health, how we're sleeping. And so this is a newer feature that's been integrated in the health app. You can also see a full summary of your activity, how much you've moved, how long you were standing, how much exercise you got. And you can check your heart rate as well. It's just tracking that for you in the app. It's a little creepy at first once you start seeing that it's been tracking you since you turned on your phone the very first time. And there are ways that you can track your heart rate so that you can share that data with your doctor. So if you want to share information with your doctor, you're going to connect some of your doctor's contact information. Maybe it's the Mayo Clinic, maybe it's a nearby health office. They all have them it's the medical portal, right? That we're all having to use these days. That thing that can be so aggravating, but it will connect with that. And this way you can share any information stored in your health app, like mobility, activity, and data. Okay, so here's just an example of the sleep tracking that's occurring while you're wearing the watch, and how the data is being stored in your phone. And now the Apple Watch is syncing up with your phone to track things such as mobility. And this is a huge indication of a fall risk, of how steady you are or not on your feet. So it's tracking that too. It can give you a better overall view of your health. So additionally, this is the place where you can add in any medical conditions, immunizations, your lab results, your medications, and have this all in one place. So you don't have to write it down, and make sure you have it with you for your next doctor appointment. Okay, and you can also carry your COVID vaccination card here. And now the next section I want to show you is your medical ID. So for those of you who have this app, have you filled out your medical ID already? Yes, Rose has. Let's see, anyone else? Vic, Richard, Nan, where is it? Okay, so it's in the health app. And if you look at the bottom, now, and I'll show you on my screen in just a minute. Let me stop my screen share and show you on my screen where it is. Do you have it open on your phone right now? Yep, you do. Did you see the medical ID there, Nancy? No, okay.
I see something called other data.
Okay, let me get to it. So I'm going to show you here on mine. I'm going to screen share, and let's do it that way. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let me go back and get back to the share for a second. Go right ahead, Zoom. Okay, I'm waiting for you. There you go. Okay, now I'm in the health app. Can you see that on my screen right now? I know I'm in the dark mode, so if it's all black back there, that is why. Okay, are you seeing that? This app right here? Yes, okay.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything like that on my phone.
Do you see at the bottom where it says summary, sharing, and browse?
Yeah, I just went back to summary. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm going to scroll down past this, and there it's going to say update your medical ID.
Mine says setup because I haven't done it yet. So
okay, well, that's what you're going to do. You're going to set it up. Oh, hold on one second. I'm close the door because it's noisy for me. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get started. Now, I've already filled out mine. And here's the really neat thing I want to show you guys. Yes, this is handy to have at your fingertips, but even more so, where this comes into play is if something happens to you and you are at the ER without being able to say what your medical conditions are or who your emergency contact is, any ER staff can access this information without having your passcode. Okay, so that is why it is so important that you have this completed. Now, I'm going to show you, and this may not be that easy for me to show you. Okay, there's my lock screen. But let's say I end up in the ER. Do you see down at the bottom where it says emergency? No? Let me bring it back up because maybe it's just getting cut off.
Yeah.
It looks like, yeah, do you see it now? Yeah. On my passcode screen at the bottom left where it says emergency. Now, I'm not looking at my phone, so I'm pretending that someone else is accessing my device. So right there, okay, I got to do it again. There it is, down there, emergency. When I tap that, now at the bottom left, it says medical ID. Do you see that down there? Okay, so if I tap that, this is the only thing that someone can access on your device without having your passcode. Vic, it looks like you have a question. Unmute yourself, please.
Okay, one I've been using for a long time is called ICE Standard. And ICE stands for in case of emergency. And as I'm looking at, you can open it without knowing your passcode. And you can put in your blood type, your emergency contacts. I have 4 different emergency contact numbers, health condition, medication, allergies, insurance information, and other information. And that's free.
Yes.
It's,
So how does someone get to that on your phone? Is it how do they access that?
well, I think it's an app. If it's not an app, it might have come automatically in my iPhone. I think it's an
Okay,
app though.
yeah. All right. So that's an option. Then also, if you are an Android user, you can go to the Google Play Store and get the Medical ID app, and I'll show you what that looks like. And it works the same way. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen with you and show you what this is. Okay, so this is for your Android device. It is called the Medical ID app. It looks just like that. So it's white with a red star in it, and it will function the same way as the Apple Medical ID. Okay, any questions on that?
I have a question,
Yes.
Abby. In the category health apps, was the first thing you talked about called health app? I tried getting health app, and the closest thing I could find to what you were talking about was one called Apple Health.
Okay, so the health app, that is the one that Apple Health comes pre-installed on your device. That's also contains the medical ID. Yeah.
Does it track walking and heart rate and activity?
It does. Yes,
Oh,
it does.
I'm looking for.
Yeah. And then in the PowerPoint today, the first one in the fitness category was silver sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question? Maybe?
Oh, yes. The one with Robert Redford. I actually
You're
liked the
paying
next
attention.
one, which was Mighty Health. It looked more like what I would do.
Yeah, great. Great.
My watch just told me it was time to stand up and move a little for 1 minute.
Mhm.
You can turn
It
those
does have
off, you know.
frequencies. They're really, well, no, but it's a really good feature because
Good.
I tend to sit for a long time. Maybe others do too. And it's just stand up and move around.
Yeah, there you go. Good. I'm glad you like that. A lot of people don't like it and ask if I can turn it off. And then the other thing is there's also a breathe reminder. Like if you get worked up and you forget to breathe deeply, right? Phyllis is laughing, but it's true. There is one. There's a breathe reminder. Will remind you, take some deep breaths, calm yourself down, lady.
I have gotten that also. Now, why do I get that? Does it sense that I need it? I
Let's
mean, I
see.
haven't been aware of what the reason was for it. And I
Yeah.
got it for a few days and then I stopped getting it.
Let me see. Can you hear me right now? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So how you program that is, I'm going to show you right now why that's coming up for you. And I'm going to open the Watch app. And it is because you are allowing a notification to come through. And that notification is here in mindfulness. And I've turned it all off. But if you want to turn it on, you can select one of these breaths per minute. You can have it beep on your wrist. That's the haptic, buzz on your wrist a little bit. But if it's bugging you, turn it off.
it doesn't bug me at all. I'm happy to
Okay.
have it. You can always hit dismiss.
Same with the heart rate. You can set up your cardio fitness in the heart, and it will take regular heart rate monitoring from your watch and track that for you as well. And while I'm right here, I just want to show you, Nancy, I only have one watch face I'm using. So I deleted out the other ones that they give you so that I only get that one and it doesn't accidentally get put on one of the other ones.
And you found that on the cell phone where?
In the Watch app.
Oh,
In the
okay, thanks.
Yeah, in the Watch app. Okay. Some of you look deep in thought. Whites, how's it? Any questions for you guys?
No, I don't have a question. It's very interesting and very connected. And sometimes I like to be not connected. So I like that I can turn things off, Abby.
Yep. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You got to disconnect from it all sometimes just to enjoy life, right?
It
Yeah.
might be helpful, but Big Brother is watching us, and I don't like that. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're all helpful, but it's a little more information than I want to give out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I get it. I get it. Rose, did you have a comment?
Well, I use it, it's on when I'm walking, and it's kind of a nag if I haven't walked as much one week as I did the week before, then it lets me know. So yeah, it's my guilty conscience sometimes.
Well, Nancy's is reminding her to breathe, so don't feel too bad, okay?
Breathing is good.
Breathing is good. Yeah, exactly. Jerry, did you have a comment?
No, this is very interesting. I'm going to have to get into that health app. It looks like there's a lot going on there that I just have to play with and understand. It looks like it's really good. I'm looking forward to spending some time with it.
Great, great, good.
I also have a fitness thing on here that has turned up ever since I got the watch. And I'm not sure how it got there, except that when I had the Best Buy people set up my watch, they must have put it in. But it's kind of crazy because it'll tell me you have exceeded your exercise goal when I've done nothing whatsoever. And I don't know how to set it so that it's a better goal, so that I would really, but I can't have it. I don't know what goal this young man put in. He was quite young and he probably thought I wouldn't have a very high exercise goal because I constantly exceed it while doing nothing.
Yeah, that is funny. I know what you mean. I have helped a lot of people with this as well. And so the fitness app used to be embedded in the health app, but now they've taken it out of there so you can use it exclusively as a fitness tracker. And there is a way that you can change your goals, but it's probably best if you call Apple and help and
Okay,
ask them to help you program that.
okay, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Well, guys, next week we're going to talk about online scams, which you probably know is something I'm passionate about. And so that is the focus for next week's class. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Okay? All right.
Thank you,
Have a
Abby.
wonderful weekend. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Happy
Bye.
move. Hope it goes
Thank
well.
you. Yes, thank you.
Abby,